In this video, we're going to take a look at how to solve for a specific variable. So in general, what we're going to be given is a formula. A formula is an equation that relates together a bunch of different variables. For example, the formula for area of a rectangle, you have the variable a, which is the area, and then that's equal to length times width, which are both variables as well. And what we want to do is take a formula and we want to solve it for a specific variable in that formula. So what that involves is rearranging the formula until we get our desired variable isolated on one side of the equal sign. So let's do a couple examples where we do that. So to start off here, I have a formula and I want to solve this for B1. The formula is the area is equal to 1/2 B1 plus B2 times H. And this is actually the formula for area of a trapezoid. B1 and B2, those are the two bases of the trapezoid, and H is the height. And I want to solve this for B1. So I want to rearrange this until I get to a point where that variable is all by itself on one side of the equal sign. So what I need to do here, same process as if I was solving any equation. So what I need to do is use my algebraic properties to rearrange this so that B1 is isolated. What I'm going to be thinking about is basically inverses, inverse operations. So let's look at this 1/2 first. So I'm multiplying by 1/2, and if I think about what's the opposite of multiplying by 1/2, well, that'd be multiplying by 2. That would undo that 1/2 and move it over to the other side. So let's start with that. I'm going to multiply both sides by 2. So that's going to give me 2a. And then on the right-hand side, 2 times 1/2, that simplifies to 1. So now I'm left with everything else. All right. Second thing, let's look at the h. So here I'm multiplying by h. The inverse operation to multiplication is going to be division. So let's divide both sides by h. So that will simplify on the right-hand side. That will just give me 1. And now I'm at 2a over h is equal to b1 plus b2. And now since I don't have a multiplying, I can get rid of the parentheses. They're unnecessary at this point. And now we just have one more step to go. I have b1 plus b2. I want b1 to be isolated. So since I'm adding b2, the inverse operation to that is we're going to subtract b2 from both sides. So what I end up with then, b1, then I have this fraction 2a over h, and then I'm going to subtract b2 from that. And there we go. So now b1 is isolated, and we solved this equation, this formula for this specific variable. Let's try one more. And in the second example, we actually need to use a little mathematical trick. So it says solve for a. I have c is equal to 2ab plus a times x. Now, the thing with this one is a is actually in two spots. It's in two separate terms. So because of that, I need to use a little mathematical trick to get those a's back together. So basically what I want to do is I want to go from having a's in two spots to just having the a in one spot. And what we're going to do in order to do that is we're going to factor the a out. So this is like the reverse of the distributive property. So this first term has an a in it, the second one has an a in it. I'm going to factor that out front, and then what I'm left with is just the 2b from the first term and just the x from the second one. If I think about going the other direction, so if I were to re-multiply this back out, the a would be distributed to both of those terms, and I'd end up with what I started with. So factoring that out, now the a is in one spot, and here I have a times all of this in parentheses. So again, thinking inverse operations, if I'm multiplying here to isolate the a, let's divide by all of this stuff. So we'll divide both sides by 2b plus x. So that gives me A is equal to C divided by 2B plus X. And there's our solution.